hours. I've seen a 4 hour
What's happening,
hangout
everybody?
before.
Welcome back to the JR Wisdom channel. I want to thank all you guys for tuning in. It's pretty late this evening. I have a special guest with me tonight. It's been well overdue that we do this hangout. This is obviously my first. This beautiful young lady you see here, her name is Marie-Térese. And
Hi.
we're going to be talking about this concept that I talk a lot about. Femininity. It basically what men always talk about. That's what they want, but sometimes, from a woman's perspective, when she does offer this beautiful thing that men ask for so much, they tend to neglect it or basically take her for granted altogether. Um, Obviously, I met Miss Marie-Térese through YouTube, and she's also a fellow YouTuber, which is she's currently on her hiatus, from making her videos and things of that nature. Beautiful young lady. So
Yeah, so for you too.
without further ado, I'd like to present you Miss Marie-Térese. Uh, if you don't mind, give us a little spill on yourself, a little introduction on yourself, Miss Marie-Térese. Let the people know who you are real quick before we get into this.
Well, hello everybody who's listening. I don't know who's on, who's watching, but welcome. Um, my name is Marie Therese. That's my first name, and I go by Butterscotch Chicken on YouTube. Um, I was just came on here to give my little perspective from um, you know experiences that I've had, and bring a perspective from a different type of culture.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am originally from Trinidad and Tobago. My dad is American, though. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. I was born in, I grew up here between here and Trinidad and Tobago. So, um, it's a completely different culture. So, yeah, relationships. Woo, hmm I'm pretty much, yes, I'm going to be able to give my perspective on being in relationships, culture here, and where I'm from, and what it's like, you know. So that's why I'm on here.
Shout out.
Uh,
So we had offline conversations, Marie. So
I gotta
based
say it again.
based upon obviously everyone has their definitions or how they see uh what is femininity in a woman, and I've obviously
Hmm.
did a video on this in the past and gave my opinion on it as far as this is what obviously the majority of men, I can't speak for all men, but with men, this is something that they tend to talk about is what they desire in a woman. Basically, a woman that's not overly aggressive, knows what she wants. She's sexy, she's attractive, she's well spoken, she's independent to a certain extent, not to the point where she's actually uh dominating the relationship, but some men do like that. Some men, I mean, she can still be an alpha female at the same time, you know what I mean? But basically all around a woman who's sexy and not overly aggressive, not exhibiting, excessive masculinity. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
with that being said, obviously that's my definition, but I would like to know from your perspective and from the 21 years that you've lived on this earth, you know what I mean? Definition of a feminine woman.
um, well, first of all, you use the word aggressive. Like, what does aggressive mean to you? Because some people would say
Good question.
aggressive, some people say assertive.
Right. Right.
So,
Good.
what is aggressive? If you can define that for me, then I'll be able to answer the question.
Good question. When I
What is
when I say aggressive, I mean a exhibiting. I don't mean aggressive as far as sexually or anything like that. I mean as far as exhibiting excessive masculinity, just in that manner. And I'll probably use the wrong word, constantly
Hmm.
argumentative. Maybe she may be belittling a man or something like that. That's kind of like what I mean. I
Okay.
probably used the wrong term, but I'm sorry. But
Okay. So, okay. Now, this is my take on it. I feel like men and women should know their places. Like a man is masculine, woman feminine. And women and men should not be trying to compete with each other.
mhm,
I'm not sure. I'm thinking that that's probably what you're trying to say.
right,
Like a woman should not be trying to compete with her man or, taking his role as a man.
right,
Otherwise, role reversal. Now, where I'm from, actually, some of the men have absolutely no problem with things like that. They're concerned, a happy wife, you have a happy life, whatever the woman wants.
right.
Um, but it's just, I guess it's just a culture thing because from what I know, like my grandparents, for example, they were together for like 62 years
Damn.
until my grandma passed away. And my grandmother basically she was running the house.
Right.
Like, my grandfather was like, he did, like, he was a laid back dude. He just recently passed away also, but was a laid back dude. He was not the aggressive type, like the argumentative type. My grandmother she was.
Hmm.
And, they just got on just fine. Um, but I think they respected each other anyway. I think you just have to have respect for each other. Like if you respect that person that you're with, your relationship with, um, then you don't overstep boundaries or step on toes, that type of thing, because respect is very important. Because a woman, she could be in a relationship with a man and not respect him at all.
Hmm.
Like she could love him and not respect him. So I think when you have respect, pretty much everything else falls into place. And that's not just for intimate relationships, but also for platonic relationships
Right.
as well. Man, any kind of relationship. I'll
Mhm.
tell you something.
Right.
If in this world, if we just had something as simple as respect for each other, a lot of the ills that go on will not even exist. I'm pretty sure of that.
Hmm.
Say something about it went out of my mind about men. It's just okay. Here's another thing. Now, men, there are some
Hmm.
men who get into relationships. Some, I'm not saying all. Some men get into relationships with women that they can't match them on any level at all.
Hmm.
These women they get into relationships with women because the women are probably popular, they're
Right.
sexy, they're beautiful, or some men see it as like, okay, so it kind of gives them a come up to be with this woman, but they cannot match that woman in any way, not intellectually, not financially, not sexually, not nothing. So they're going to get themselves, I think that's probably where that kind of masculine um, role, the woman is going to take that from the man because he can't match her. They're unequally yoked.
Right.
Start with. So that's where that comes in. That's
So,
just my opinion.
so let me ask you this. 'Cause
Um,
you talked about competition. Is there?
so
I don't know if
it
that.
just doesn't work because then the woman now, the man just cannot do anything to stimulate her really or cause her to have or accumulate anything that she can't get on her own. So then you find you have this type of where the woman is like she's abusive,
Right.
she's disrespectful to the man. You know, she keeps him around because for whatever reason, he may be good in bed, probably got a big dick, you know. So she knows how
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do, he
yeah.
had to be able to know how to do something. Or, you
Right.
know, they got
Have some
kids,
talent,
they
huh?
got yeah, I mean, like, let me tell you something. Like, the best is like a dude who can sing. Like, if he can sing and,
Right.
you know, maybe while making love to you, like, it's
Who does that?
done. Like, you're
Who does
you,
that? You got dudes that you come
you can
across a man like
sing.
that?
Hell yeah. Hell
Oh
yeah.
shit. That might be a tip right
Hell
there.
yeah.
That might be a tip for y'all fellas. I mean,
You
I might
can
have to try that too.
sing, man.
Go ahead.
I tell you, just to take Trey Songz's words, I bet the neighbors will know your name. That's for sure.
So a man who's singing to you love and
Who can sing?
goodness.
Yeah, I'm talking like singing though, like a singer, not like just.
But I guess he
I
got to
like
do
the
that when he don't
looks.
have a job, though, huh?
What?
He got to
No.
be able to do all that if he ain't got a job. You know what I'm saying? You say he got to
No,
take
I'm
something.
just saying. No, it's just an added bonus if your man knows how to sing. That's I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I was going to ask you earlier though, I understand that's an added bonus because that's some talent right there. If you are in the middle of putting in work and then you can sing at the same time, you know what I mean? But especially your concentration. But basically, I guess you mentioned earlier. So what I was going to ask about back in Trinidad, you see or or as you recollecting, do you recollect there being, competition, so to speak, between the man and the woman, or the husband and the wife, or however that goes?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. Oh yeah, all the time. And it's just I just spoke about that where the men are okay, so we call it gallivanting,
Right.
right? That's what it is, basically. So
Right.
it's just a word to describe where men are um, you know, they're with this woman
Mm-hmm.
because she got it going on. She's probably what you call a dime piece. She's like a 10.
Mm-hmm.
She got her shit together. Oops, sorry. She got herself together. And she's popular. So you find like if she's popular, go out and you get noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Like my friend I told you about earlier, she was a comedian.
Right.
So she's right. So that gave
Yeah.
her the license to act a fool and
Right.
it to be, accepted because of who she was. So she's
Uh-huh.
popular, for whatever reason, and chicks can get away with things like that. And the other way around as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just you could say, well, I'm in the company of this person, or I'm with this person. Um, it's maybe it's a self-esteem thing. I don't know. But
Right.
personally, for me, that's not my kind of thing because I don't like that. I'm not attracted to that type of stuff. So these women, um, they're the ones that I'm talking about.
Right.
They, like I said, they're unequally yoked because these dudes, they don't, they can't offer them anything that they cannot get for themselves. So women like that, issues and probably self-esteem issues as well
Right.
because they feel like they need to be in control of other people. But I have no time for that. Like me, why would I want to do that? Like, why would I want to be masculine?
Mm.
I mean, I don't even look like there's nothing about me that's masculine. Nothing.
So here's the
Man,
thing,
I got
right? Here's the thing. What do you notice? Because I
yeah.
think we discussed notice um about American women, particularly African American women. I know this was like quite a question for you, but that you see that that may be that disconnect or as far as femininity within African American women here, obviously here in the States. What's your take on that? Excuse me.
Well, first of all, so- I think the women, they don't know how to be sensuous. They don't know they don't know how to harness their own sexuality.
Right.
And they need to have something to define them. So
Right.
it's either they got their education or they got beauty of the face and body or something. But they don't know how to harness it and use it properly. So they get themselves into trouble. Let's just look at this, for example. A woman, she's single, and she's going to go out, her nails done, her hair done. She's going to go shopping, whatever, dressing as, because I'm dressing because I want to get a man. What about I'm dressing this way because I like it? Because I am pleasing myself. I'm trying to make myself pleasing to me, not for somebody else. If you happen to like it, well, but I'm not doing this for you. So you do this, and then you get the man, and then everything just goes to hell after that. So
do you
that's
think
what I'm saying. They don't know after that. At that point, they're baiting. So when they catch what they're looking for, they don't know what to do with it.
Do you think a lot of times women dress to impress other women also?
Well, if they're into other women, yeah, probably.
Not so much into other women, but they dress like just to, like, I don't want to say to inspire jealousy, but like they wear certain things just to impress other women. Obviously some women are going out looking for men, but other than that, they know that women, when they go into, let's say, a nightclub, a dance hall, something like that, they're trying to garner the attention of women also.
When they're to impress the men and the women.
Right.
But your energy is, well, maybe that's possible, but the energy is more centered around getting the men's attention, not so much the women. And then
Gotcha.
Wasted. Yeah, I'm just trying to say, what I'm saying is that they're putting themselves out there as this particular way, king for something, not because they're doing it for themselves. Because if you're doing it for yourself, it's something that regardless of if you got the man or not, you keep it up. So you don't keep it up, and then you turn into something else, or you go back to after the clock strike 12, everything goes back to the way it was before. The what was it?
Cinderella?
The fairy godmother.
Yeah.
Gives her magic wand.
Yeah, Cinderella.
Yeah, I think,
all that. Yeah.
like I said, it's just women. A lot of the women they're out of touch with their sexuality because they're so focused on themselves, but impressing other people. You have to start. It has to be intrinsic. Like, you have to start with yourself first. Whatever you're doing is for you. You have to do it for you, and then you can send those vibes out.
Right.
There are some people, and this is just the way it is, that can go any place, and they don't have to do anything. They don't even have to make themselves look extra special or anything like that, but they always command attention whenever they walk into a room. That's just the way it is for some people. Their aura just speaks for itself, making a statement without saying a word. And again, it's just knowing how to harness your sexuality as a woman.
So when where did you and I where did you learn this from? I know,
I
you know,
was watching my mama.
right.
I watched my mama. Now let me see my mama first of all. Like I'm a visual learner. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now my mom was this type of lady. She's very, very, very feminine, extremely
Mm-hmm.
feminine, but she never anything. For example, like she would dress. She would wear very long skirts,
Mm-hmm.
and her shirts would be like tight.
Mm-hmm.
The button, they will always be buttoned all the way down here. Like they'll be
Mm-hmm.
buttoned down, and her waist was like my mom's waist was like really small. So
Mm-hmm.
she told me, she's like, every woman is beautiful. Way she just has to know
Right.
what is beautiful about her and just work with that. My mom is very beautiful. I don't know. I think I have a picture. If I don't know if I can get the picture up and show you. But she was, I would watch her dress, and she,
Right.
everything that she did was just so graceful. You know, she'd be in doing her hair, and then she'd like, brush her hair, flip the hair like this, and she had to put her perfume on. She had to like do this, and okay, it was. So I watched her. Um, so whenever she went anywhere, or she loud extroverted person like
Right.
me, but she would be noticed. Like people would notice her um a lot.
So you watch her, but everything else, like for the most part, was like natural, other than watching her.
Yeah, and then so I watched my mom. This was like how I learned like about dressing your body.
Mm-hmm.
Um, to speak without talking.
Mm.
Or what you want to say
Yes, Lord.
when you dress. So that's what
Continue.
she
Continue.
she taught me. My mom died when I was like 7,
Mm.
so I've been knowing these things a long time. Um, yeah, and she always said, like, you always make sure and keep yourself tidy if you're going down the street or whatever. Make sure that you have your hair tidy and your clothes matching because you never know who you're gonna meet.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Presentation was highly valued by my mom, and she did it for herself, not to try to catch the attention of anybody, anybody else. She liked it for herself.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody else liked it, she received the compliments.
Right.
That's where I learned about being able to speak without talking. How do you
Powerful.
present yourself? Attitude. It's not in the way you dress.
Facts.
It's an
Yeah.
attitude.
And I know
You know,
you go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
it's okay. Um, and also, when you receive compliments, you pay them back. I pay them forward.
Mm.
There's nothing wrong with that. I think the first thing I probably told you when I found your channel was, I was like, oh my God, you're gorgeous, or something like that. I think that's what I said, because I like complimenting people. Like I like
Right.
to,
Yeah.
I think it's cool to somebody. It's nice. It
Right
does it
across the
it
face.
doesn't hurt. No, it does not. It absolutely does not. You know. Um, and
So I go ahead. So
go ahead.
with this what you exude naturally, uh this body language, this communication without nonverbal communication, what have you experienced in relationships as far as when you bring this to the table with men? Have you come across men that you've been in relationship with with that have cherished you, or has it mostly been like, hey,
Uh-huh.
you know, this is how it should be, and basically, I'm not going to cherish this. I'm not going to reciprocate. I'm not going to, not to say put you on a pedestal, but basically
Hmm.
appreciate you in your entirety for this. What has been your experience with this, or some relationships?
Well, I have to say that I'm not perfect. So,
Right.
I mean, I do have my faults. I'm not perfect at all. But the response that I get is overwhelming,
Mm,
in the sense that overwhelming not to me, but to the man.
mm,
Because I think it's just this the whole aura, this whatever I give off, is just like it's just too much, and they just don't know what to do with it,
mm. Give me some
and they just
examples.
get confused. This is what I've been told. Like some an example,
Yes.
like really.
Give me some examples. This is some stuff. This is stuff that like I talk because it's funny because
Okay.
you didn't see my video, but you kind of and then I was like, you sure you didn't see my video? Because you're saying the exact same stuff that I was talking about. So that's why I'm asking you. Give me some of those things that you would do that. I mean, some dudes probably have only heard of, or they never gotten that from a woman that they've been in a relationship with, partnership with, or even married to. So, you know, if you
Well,
don't mind.
first of all, like I think, and no, I'll tell you, it's okay. Um, it's first of all, like any man that I get into a relationship with, I'm like super loyal.
Mm,
I mean, I look it, but I am. I'm loyal, and I'm also very respectful of him.
right.
So I won't do things to disrespect him at all. Like I will not, me. I mean, there are times that we're gonna have disagreements, but I'm not gonna go to his job and curse him out,
Mm,
call his boss, or wait outside in public places to start shit and all that. I don't do stuff like that. I'll deal with you at home, or if we sit in the car and the glass is up, whatever, we can go at it. Because I don't like that type of stuff.
mm,
So I respect you.
mm,
You to have my respect and my loyalty, first of all.
mm,
Um, then I'll do things without asking. Like I will do anything, well, within reason, to cater to you.
right.
So things that you like I like to listen. So, if you just want to talk, because if you keep talking to me, you'll find out that I talk a lot. I mean, I got stuff to say. It's not, I'm not, I got pertinent things to say, but I do enjoy talking. And if you want to talk about something, then let's talk. I'm here to listen, because sometimes you don't need to have a response. You just want somebody to listen to you because you have like a whole bunch of stuff going on, and you can feel comfortable talking to me. I
Right.
don't judge anybody. I'm interested in content, so I'm not going to judge you for what you're doing or anything. I'm just, how can I help you, basically. So that's, you can feel comfortable. And I mean, you can come sit between my legs.
Watch out.
I'll play in your hair. You talk to me. Um, you know, I like to touch. I'll make you something to eat because I like cooking. I think I've heard my cooking is pretty good.
Mm,
So feed you, just do stuff to make your man relax. When people are relaxed, and they're comfortable, um, they'll share stuff with you,
right.
and because they feel like they can trust you.
Absolutely.
So, that's pretty much it. Yeah. And just also knowing that you're not being judged when you're talking, like the person is being judgmental about you, also helps. And I'm not a judgmental person in any way, shape, or form. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. But then, But okay, so I have, where I'm from, they call me a bottle breed.
Okay. Not at all. Let's
Bottle
hear it.
breed. Do you know
No.
what a, okay, you don't know, because I know you told, yeah, you told me a bottle breed is a person whose skin is very smooth, got no
Okay.
hair, you're not hairy.
Okay.
So you're not hairy. Yeah, because you like bottles are smooth. Right. So I like to um like wear scented and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. So I know if somebody is, if my man is like coming over and he's coming to talk to me, I'm gonna wear something that has lavender in it or chamomile.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I touch him, or it's gonna be able to smell that, and it calms, like those two essential oils are known for calming you down.
Right.
Um, like when people are want to feel comfortable, they like to touch soft things. So here I
Mm-hmm.
am.
So what do you think? Because I know we discussed this. I know you didn't touch on it. What do you think about a woman pampering a man? Because I know
Absolutely,
you gave yourself.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. You have
Right.
to. What's wrong? There ain't nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
So you just want to be on the receiving end all the time? No, no, ma'am.
Right. Right.
No, you gotta pamper your man. Yeah. I may not be good with like a shaving and stuff like that, but you know, I can do things like that too.
Right.
Like
I know you
I
were talking
used
about running
to
bath
date this
water.
guy that had a,
You were talking about stuff like that, running.
yeah, doing running the bath water,
And you even
cooking.
said something which got
Yeah,
me also,
just
which was
generally
kind of
cater
weird.
whatever he likes. You got to find out what he likes, and the only way you can do that is by listening. You got
Mm.
to listen to him when he talks to you.
Do you find that men know what they want though?
Some do, some do not. Or they ask for stuff, and when they get it, they don't know what to do with it.
Oh my goodness. Mm.
I want a woman that's super feminine. I want her to do this, and I want to be like that, and I wanted to do this. They get it, and they don't know what to do. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening.
So, do you think your femininity and your sexuality, does it get you into trouble? I know you said
It does. It does all the time. All the time.
expound, please.
Okay. Now, like, okay, I'm very friendly. I
Mm-hmm.
like, so if I'm out somewhere, someone can come and will come to talk to me. Usually dudes will come and talk to me.
Right.
They'll, I'm not gonna be rude.
Mm-hmm.
And then, there's a way I'll talk and I'll like, tilt my head and I'm talking to you and I'm smiling, and then they're just reading like, oh, she's into me. No, I'm listening to you. And probably it's because I got to do this
Mm-hmm.
because I can't hear what you're saying. But I think it's just my facial expressions and just move. It's just my aura, I guess. Um, and it dudes could read stuff the wrong way, and they'll
Right.
be like, "Oh, who's that? Why you acting like that?" Or who's that? Who you talking to? And um, I know you. Just somebody you know. I know you. Like you with him or something like that. And I'm like, no. So what am I supposed to do? Not talk to people?
Right. You said something like,
So it's gotten me into trouble.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. What did you say? No, I was just saying it just get me into trouble in the sense that it's because the men, what they're thinking is that lose this girl because she's looking at some of the dude and ooh, what she does to me, she's gonna go do it to him. No, I can't have that. No man. Um, but I don't like men like that. Like I don't like possessiveness.
Right.
Uh, because it can lead to abuse,
Mm-hmm.
um, which is something I know about too.
Mm.
So I try to avoid getting involved with guys like that. I love my alpha males though,
Right.
but they're difficult to deal with. But they I like them because they're masculine. So
Mm.
you be the masculine and I'll be the feminine. That's how it's supposed to be. Like both of
Mm.
us can't be. Like, I don't like men who are overly emotional, argue for hours and end, going on, wasting time when you could be doing something else. But then I think that's where when that happens, like from my experience, the men who are overly emotional and want to argue and stuff for all kinds of stuff, they have to compensate for the fact that they have a little dick and they don't really know how to
Mm.
use it. So they can
Goodness.
hustle you and shut you up some of the way, where they gotta like try to talk down to you, want to be in control, overcompensating for something else that they lacking. So yeah, it's pretty much they're not confident or something. I don't know. But it just get me into trouble. But that's how it's always been.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I've like been out, like I don't know if you heard of our how can you well maybe I don't know if you have, but our carnival celebrations.
Yeah.
And I'm a
Yeah.
masquerader, like so. Right.
Right.
So I've had people, men bite me,
Mm.
like literally bite my skin and tell me, oh, I can resist that doing that. I'm like, are you serious?
Mm.
Too, but
Biting you.
what was I doing? Nothing.
You just being you.
Yeah, because they just
Do you think? Let me ask you this, Marie. Do you think you send out
that's
mixed signals to
crazy.
men?
I do.
You do.
I do sometimes. It's intentional. I'm
Yeah.
out. I do send them out.
Yeah. Because
Well,
I think
that's just for
you said
fun.
something.
But like, if I'm serious, huh?
You said something about like one time, like something as simple
Okay.
as like dancing with another man. Even if it is provocative or something like that.
Hmm.
Some guys think that that's like, or you said like you may give them a certain look when you're dancing with them, may take that the wrong way, stuff like that. But
Okay,
you say in
so
your culture, it doesn't mean anything.
it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't
Right.
really doesn't, and men know that, so they
Right.
already know it doesn't mean anything. Now, there is a general rule sometimes too. If you see a woman with a man and like you're not going to step to her at all.
Hmm.
You don't do that. Like just that's just a general. You won't do it. If a woman is with her man and she looking at you like, and that
Yeah.
kind of stuff, and keep glancing over, she's talking to you.
Right.
So she looked like this, and that kind of stuff, or touches herself somewhere.
Mm.
She's talking to you, but she's with the dude. So what is that saying? Are you gonna? I've done that before,
Mm.
but when I do stuff like that, it's because it ain't anything serious though.
Right.
Because if I, like I mentioned before in the earlies, if it's serious, I'm not gonna do stuff like that at all.
Right.
You know, like if you come, you ask me for my phone, I'm not going to give you my phone number or anything like that, because I'm like, your phone, I'm not going to call you, you know. Or they'll say, are you married? Like that's the first thing. Like guys, Trinidad, be like, are you married? No. You have a
Mm-hmm.
man? Yes. You love him?
Mm.
Yes. You know, those are the type of questions that you get asked. You know, yes. So well, you won't call me. You won't horn him. No.
What
You
did you just
sure?
say?
Yes. Well, I'm sorry about that. Um I'm just going on just stuff that people would say. The word horn, H-O-R-N, it means cheat.
Okay, got you.
So basically, I just said, so you would cheat on it. It's like, not with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
So
yeah, but if for me, I'm speaking for myself. Now there is such a thing called nymphomaniac, and
mm-hmm.
those type of women do not need to be in relationships at all.
Right.
They don't need to stay. They must not be in relationships.
Mm.
Well, at least not monogamous ones.
Right. They need to stay clear of them relationships, bottom line.
Couldn't do it. Not
Right.
monogamous relationships. No.
Let me ask you this. What are
I
your,
I mean I know something.
you know, say that again. Hold on. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You know what?
No, I was saying that no, I just said that women who are nymphomaniacs should not be in monogamous relationships.
Mm.
They need to do it.
They need to do it.
You
What'd you say?
can't do that.
What'd you say? They need to do what? What?
I said they just can't, they shouldn't do it at all.
Okay. Okay. So what are your thoughts on marriage?
Uh,
Me? Can you hear me?
no.
Or
Did you say
you
something?
thinking of an answer? I said, what are your thoughts on marriage?
What is my take on it?
Yeah, what are your thoughts on marriage? Yes, in these days and times.
Well, what purpose does it serve? Now, first of all, what are you getting married for? There are different reasons why people get married.
Right.
So there are different people get married. People get married for commercial reasons. People get married for love, if they know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
People get married because they're scared,
Mm.
you know. So, but then here's the thing. Now, I believe if when you get married to someone, what does that mean? That you're legally committed to each other,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, that's all there, all really. And I don't feel like people should lose their individuality because they're married. Like women take their husband's names. That's for me, that's like signing away your individuality right there, because now you got this man's
Mm-hmm.
name. Get divorced, you get rid of it. It's like, you know, you gotta pay to get rid of it, you know, so you're now Mrs. somebody, you know, because that's what society says. Society tells us that that's the rule, but what are you doing it for?
Good question. I asked you that because you seem to be a free spirit. You know what I mean? I know you're 21 years old. You're still kind of
Yes.
young.
21.
So you're still kind of young. So,
Silly.
you know, yeah, I don't want to say your age. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, you seem to be a free spirit, not
Mm-hmm.
such. So that's why you know, I was asking you your thoughts on it in particular, as far as, what's the purpose, and where do you see yourself in this marriage paradigm? You know.
Well, I mean, it's an institution, as my grandma mom called marriage an institution, because you learning things. You're always learning something, and
Hmm.
that's what it's an institution. It's not okay. You just stop being you. People have this concept that when you get to be a certain age, that you have to be married, you have to have children.
Hmm.
It has to be done in that order.
Right.
you know, because society said, well, where does that come from?
Exactly.
Who made up that rule? Because obviously it's not for everybody.
Hmm.
You know, people say, make a decent woman out of her and make her your wife. Excuse me, I was decent before his ass met me. Me make a decent woman out of me.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
sit down, take
Yeah.
several seats. You come
Good.
from with that. Honest woman.
Trying to make you decent
Hello.
because you doing ungodly things out in the street.
Some people, when you get, huh? It's another thing, like it shows a sense of stability, I think, with depending on the institution, or for example, the military, married because they can get more benefits. That might
Right.
be a good motivator for some people.
Right.
If I get married, I can get these benefits. And it's not just in the United States, but it's where I'm from, it's the same thing.
Hmm.
It's like, you're trying to, make yourself, stability, because you get married, you start a family, and so on. It kind of promotes responsibility, in a kind of a way, but then everybody, because once again, here we go. These women, we're going back to them again.
Hmm.
They get married, men and women get married. All of a sudden now, oh, I'm the mistress of this house. Like, I run this house. My name is Mrs. So and so. So now you got an attitude.
Hmm.
You want to take over the role of your husband. You want to have your role. You want to be so, you want to be so gluttonous that you want everything for yourself. You
Hmm.
want to be husband and wife.
Right.
To Then you don't want to take care of yourself. You don't want to go out. Um, and then you want to get on the phone, talk. Oh, here's another thing that some of these beaches do. They're
Oh,
gonna get on the phone
hold on.
to
Say that
talk
again.
to
Say
their friends
that one more
and
time.
talk no, I said some of these bitches, what they do. Yeah, I
Okay.
call them bitches. They get on the phone, talk to their friends, and talk shit in front of the man
Mm.
to their friends,
Mm.
saying all kinds of shit about him, but they're not gonna say what role they played in the shit that went down.
Mm.
They're just they're just gonna go and say, oh, he did this and he did this to me. He said this in front of them,
Mm.
but they not gonna say what they did to start the stuff. There are some women, you already know the guy was of modest means
Mm.
when you met him. With you with him all the time, he was of modest means. On all this stuff, you want him to do all this stuff. What? Because he gonna get. He's still the same dude of modest means. What does your ass bring to the table? You ain't doing nothing. You're not adding anything to it more than just being a nag. I want this and I want that because your friends or society says that you have to have this. Stuff is not gonna work.
Mm.
Like, it has to be, you want stuff, or y'all work together to get it.
Yeah.
Because it's the
Right.
same man. Like, you just all you did Right. Then some of them, they want to have a wedding. They want to get married. They want all of this stuff to impress people, for people to have an extraordinary culinary experience, that you're gonna put the man in debt. And then
Right.
after the wedding, which lasts for, like, if it's a freaking Catholic wedding, it's gonna be lasting for all of 30 minutes. And then you go take pictures, spend all these thousands of dollars, and then the next day you're like, okay. And then you want to go on a honeymoon, you want to do all this type of stuff, and then who's gonna pay for it? The man has to pay for it. Okay. Now you forget, after all this wedding planning and shit like that, we still gotta live.
Facts.
So he's working, doing what he can, and you're waiting for his ass. As soon as he comes through that door, you're on his ass about something. Or you get on the phone. How about you go to his job, cuss him out? Other than that, there are some women who have kids, like if the guys are like in the army and stuff like that, at least where I'm from, they're gonna go to the officer that's in charge of them and complain. Get the dudes court-martialed, get their money garnished. This is the man that you're fucking
Doing stuff
living
that's not in
with.
their best interest, basically.
What do you think his ass is gonna do? What do you think his ass is gonna do? His ass is going to hate you, them up like that, and then he's gonna go look for some chick that's going to make him sit between her legs when she's only wearing panties. All she's wearing is some panties and a bra and some nice smelling lotion on her skin. And sit down, you go talk about how your day went and how horrible everything is at home. And she'll tell you, baby, it's okay. I'm here for you.
Why can't it be that easy, baby?
What your ass should be doing in the first place, but you.
Why can't it be that easy?
I don't know. It's not calculus. It's not rocket science. Women, they get pumped up by their friends who have absolutely nothing to do with any of this stuff, who's not going to contribute positively in any way, because these people are listening to one side of the story and taking their friend's
This woman
side.
is preaching. How
you're gonna come over to my house?
How do you know this? But it seems like nobody know. Like women don't know that. How do you know this? Why do you know this? It's crazy. I don't understand.
Because I'm not selfish. I don't think about myself only. I'm not selfish. I'm not a selfish person. So I don't only think about myself. Because I think about it's, you have to look at the bigger picture. When you act like that, how does it affect everything else? Now, this is what you're gonna do. My grandmother told me, do not use your hand to hit a man. She's like, if y'all get into it, you just cuss him out and leave. Don't hit him, because if he hits you back, he's gonna knock your ass out. And if he does it once, he's gonna do it again. And guess what? You're gonna be the Good Friday Boboli.
You know what some ladies are saying right now?
You're gonna go.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I keep, because you saying some shit. I feel like I
No, I want you to say it. I want you to lose your train of thought.
I'm pretty sure there will be some women who are watching this. Some saying this like, oh, she's doing the most. She's like doing the most. She's doing entirely the most. She is
well, like, I do the most, and I'm not
the
most. I do the most.
Yes. Continue. Yes.
This is another thing that women where they go wrong. So like you're in with your husband, your man, whatever. You're gonna do something You'll get into an argument, which is like, couples disagree, whatnot. Get into an argument, and you're gonna go and hit him.
Right.
You hit him, you fight with him. Now, you see, you can hit. The thing is, you can hit a man, but that's not how you do it. You're the wrong time. That's not how you do it.
Okay.
You don't hit a man. Excuse me. Hit him, hits you back, and then you're gonna go run over to your friend's house to the police and complain, say your man's beating you up. But you're not gonna say you hit him first.
Right.
Or even why.
Why is this?
Yeah,
What's up with this
pretty
accountability? Sure. What's up with this duplicitous, in the words of Alan Roger Curry, shout out, what's up with this duplicitous nature? Like, you'll put hands on a man, but then you'll go and be the victim to a friend or whoever else. Things like that.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
What is that about? And that's not a man shouldn't, obviously, but it's likewise. I was gonna do a video, not to elaborate, but I was gonna do a video on, do women hit men? I wanted to talk about that because it's,
I don't know why.
For a woman to, because
I don't know why.
There's women who take men out. There's women who, you sit there and say, well, blah blah blah, this and that. It's perfectly acceptable for a woman to hit a man. Nobody ever says anything about that.
No, that's not acceptable. That is not acceptable at all. I told you can hit him, but that's not how you do it.
Right. That's not.
There are other ways.
Facts.
That's not how you.
How do you do it?
You do stuff. Like I said.
How do you do it? How do you do it, Marie? How do you do it?
Well, hits. Okay, so you're hitting somebody because you're trying to hurt the person.
Right.
Right. Well, how about
You about to tell me some island stuff now, huh? That's it.
Yeah. But basically, yeah, let me pull back on that. I'll just say that an extra pair of ears.
I feel you.
So I'll just say can just basically just ignore the person. Like if he's used to getting a lot of your attention, then you just have to reduce that in some way. Like don't respond to him, talk to you or whatever. Just don't say anything. Like it's when people ignore you, it hurts more than if you fight with that person.
Yes.
If you just ignore that person, it hurts way more.
Living proof of that off top. Yeah. That's the clearest way to send a message. No response is the clearest way to send a message.
Exactly. Make a statement without saying a word.
And it hurts.
Yeah,
but that's very frustrating. Well, for me as a man, a woman that.
Yeah, it is.
But you
or you gotta say you. And I always like to talk, but when I get to the point where I got nothing to say, that's when the shit has already hit the fan.
Right.
It's about to be over. Like because I'm the one that likes to talk. Let's talk. We don't have to fight like that.
Right.
But let me tell you, makeup sex is like something like the best sex you have. It's like it's so extra passionate.
Then that singing, like you was talking about, that singing while you doing it, and that pillow talk. Yeah. Because that I guess that's what makes it all the more is that pillow talk and
I
that
bet the
that
neighbors
screaming.
know my name. Yeah, and I'm talking like because like I've dated guys who were uh, who were like artists,
Right.
vocal artists. So yeah, man, that's some different level of woo, right there.
Interesting.
So yeah, when they can sing or like they'll write you a song and sing it to you.
Yeah.
Like maybe a couple, 1 or 2 bars. And that's different. Like I said, that type of stuff. I appreciate things like that because it's thoughtful.
Thoughtful. Yeah. Intimate.
You know, yeah, it's thoughtful. Yeah, and I like to be thoughtful as well and intimate. I
Mm.
like being thoughtful, and I'll show it. I got no problem with that. There's I don't need a reason to um to be overly responsive. I'm not looking for like, it's because he did this for me. Like I just feel like it. Like it just comes from within and it's very organic.
Mm.
Um yeah, people like to know they're appreciated. They like to know that they're loved.
Facts.
Um a doing word.
Mm.
So if you tell somebody that you love him or her, then you have to do things to show that. You can't
Mm.
be fighting and cursing and trying to be disrespectful, embarrassing the person all over the place, and then expect that he's gonna be responsive to you.
Mm.
Oh, he'll be responsive to you, all right.
Mm.
He's like, I'm going out. Pick up the keys and leave. Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, here's another thing that's completely off limits. Going through people's phones. Oh
Right.
no. Don't answer my man phone.
Mm.
Don't go through his phone. No. All off limits. I don't do it.
Mm.
Never.
I believe that too.
Answer the phone.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna answer it. I'm not gonna answer it. That's
Because I
people's
feel
privacy. That's just their private property.
exactly, and I feel like if you going that far, you might as well just leave. You know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
get to the point,
Here's another thing I would
go ahead. Go ahead.
exactly what you're doing that for.
Yeah.
Like you're looking for something to
Yeah.
start shit.
And you're gonna find it.
Why are you doing that? And if you're doing what you're supposed to do, you don't shouldn't be feeling insecure. That's insecurity. Here's
Right.
another thing. Unless you got a key to your man's house that he gave you and said, here's you can have, here's the key for my house or apartment. Do not show up there unannounced or uninvited. Always say, are you home? Because I wanted to come stop by, whatnot. There.
Mm-hmm.
Because you just surprise anybody because you might be the one getting surprised.
Yeah.
My grandmother told me that when I was 6 years old. I don't know what she told me that for, but she used to tell me a lot of stuff. Like I grew up grew up with my grandma, um, and I think I didn't have like there weren't like a bunch of other kids in the house mostly, so I was like more mature because like you copy the attitudes of the adults living there.
Right.
So I wasn't like childish. So I guess that she thought it was appropriate at 6 years old to tell me something like that. Don't go to a man's house unannounced unless he gives you a key for his house or
Mm-hmm.
his apartment that you can let yourself in. Do not
Mm-hmm.
go over there to surprise you because you might be the one getting surprised. I tried to
Mm.
tell my friends that one time, and she still went and did it and found her dude up in his apartment with a man.
Did you tell me? Was it you told me about that? Or was it somebody?
Yeah, I'm telling you this now. I tried to tell her about this guy before she got with him. Now we had this circle of friends that we hung out with. Just,
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of gay guys and stuff like that. So um, they were very good friends. So when you're in the fashion industry and stuff like that, you can't help but have
Right. Right.
meet people like that. And absolutely, I have nothing against them. Everybody has to each his own, whatever. And for me, they've always been very good friends to me.
Mm-hmm.
So usually what we would do is if we see a guy that we liked or whatever, we would pass his name around them and see what comes back out. If the name comes out clean, it's a go. If it does not, don't go. Because they'll basically tell you the dude you want to get involved with.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause, yeah. So, and for obvious reasons. I
Right.
tried to tell her about that guy. She didn't listen to me. She found out for herself. Come to find out that he had been with that dude all the time. So the whole time. So she was the side piece by
Mm.
she was devastated.
Mm.
I was like, well, she can talk to me about it. And she's like, oh my God. And I was like, I told you.
Right. Oh,
And
you got stories.
it was a fiasco.
Yeah, I know you got stories for days. You know what I'm saying? But this has been like I knew it was gonna be. Yes, I know we've been. Me and you, obviously, we can talk here all night about all this crazy foolishness and about
Uh-huh.
you know.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff.
I know we've
Yeah.
been on here
We should
probably.
probably have a part two.
Oh, we're definitely gonna have a part
Like
two.
10:08 now
Yeah,
here.
and I know we've probably been on here over an hour now. So
Yeah,
I know everybody who's been watching.
yeah,
I've been
it's
reading the comments,
10:08.
and it's we kind of got on late, but I know we still got people watching. But this has been an incredible
Mm-hmm.
hangout. I appreciate you being on here. I don't want to hold anybody else up. This is real good
Absolutely.
info that you're giving here, and it's so incredible and refreshing that this beautiful woman here is saying these things that is
Thank
like,
you.
wow, and like I said, you probably have women who will watch this later and be like, she is doing the most. Like, who does she think she
Hmm.
is? Like,
That's okay.
these dudes on here and da da da
Who do I think
da.
I am? I know who I am. My name. Who do I think
Fact,
I am? I think I am because I am.
right? Exactly. So, like I said,
People are not gonna agree with everything that you say.
right.
It'll be controversial. You
Mm.
know,
It's not even controversial, but go ahead, go ahead,
it's
go ahead.
it's okay. Yeah, I'm just saying it's okay to be if people because some people would see this as being controversial because it's going against the grain, have
Right,
non-conformist, and they're not going to agree, and that's fine. That's it's called variety. It's called individualism, and that's what makes us all different.
hmm
We all be conform to the same type of things. Everything we don't like the same kind of things. Hi. We don't like the same kind of things. We're not going to do things the same way or whatnot.
right,
Um, but what I would say is that you get into a relationship with a man, or you get into a relationship with a woman, or whatever your orientation is, whatever. Try to enjoy the person
right.
instead of looking avenues to make yourself uncomfortable.
hmm
Just enjoy the relationship that you have with the person. Don't go seeking out all kinds of other stuff that's may or may not exist. That stuff that all men are dogs or all women are bad and there are no good women and there are no good men. You're creating stuff that probably doesn't exist.
hmm
And then when the stuff happens, like, okay, if you create stuff because you don't want to take time to enjoy this person, you're
Exactly.
just looking for all the faults and everything else that could go wrong, and what should I do to keep a man, and
Exactly.
why don't you just why do you need all of that? It's
when you
not important.
should just enjoy that person.
You know,
Don't
all that stuff
don't worry about the
is a
past. Don't
waste of
worry about
time.
any of that.
Yeah.
Just enjoy them, appreciate this person
He
that
asks you
you
to go
have.
out. Hey,
Was
like
that?
he likes to wants you to go, ask you to go out. Let's go out. He likes video games. Sit and play a few freaking video games too. Not first person, by the way. I can't play first person games. But do something. You know, he's asking you because he wants you. He
Right,
wants your company.
right. I feel you. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up.
Ooh, ooh, me not. Ooh.
What's going on over here?
Yeah, that's the.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, Marie. You wanna have any
Mhm.
part of your channel or your your business, anything like that
Um.
part here?
Well, no, I was. Well, I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. My accounts are kind of private, so it's not open.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah,
crazy stuff. So I've had to. I was advised like to do that by professionals.
right.
So I have it just for that like that. But if someone requests me, I don't have a problem.
Yeah. Well, I do like this. If after after I close this
Yeah,
out, whatever you have that you want me to put up in
that's
the
cool.
description, you guys can follow Miss Marie-Térese on there. You know, I'll have whatever contact information on there that you guys can holler. What's so funny? What happened?
No, sorry. No, it's just my foot was asleep.
Oh my goodness. I know we've been here for a while. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah. But
my
yeah,
foot was
if
asleep. It's
anything,
like
I'll
kind of
have
like,
your stuff up there after that. Anyone who's viewing this, you guys can, you know, if just look in the description, it'll be there. If not, you will catch Miss Marie-Térese on the next hangout.
yeah,
We're definitely gonna be doing one in the future. You know what I'm saying? I feel that this was an
yeah.
incredible. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
If y'all wanna, what's this mean? Like I shouldn't be doing this. This should be JR saying this, but like if y'all, yeah, enjoy these kind of videos, just let him know. Like I don't have a problem getting back on here and talking. I actually like talking to him. He is super cool, and he's very intellectual. So yeah, I didn't say this, but I am what you would describe as a sapiosexual, which is someone who is aroused by intellect.
Right.
So yeah,
No
you
doubt.
know. So um, yeah. So if you like this, I'll be back.
Oh, no doubt. We
Yeah,
definitely gonna
and maybe
do it.
invite some other people. It's good to get other people's opinions on things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Most definitely. Like I said, this is the first hangout. I appreciate that Trini gal, Miss Marie Therese, being joining me tonight, giving her input on this subject. I definitely
Yeah,
wanted a woman, and
right. And everybody loves a Trini gal.
watch out now.
Everybody.
Yeah. So with that being said, y'all
Yeah.
know, y'all be sure to check the description after this video. Make sure y'all like the video if you haven't already liked it. I don't have too many viewers on here. Make sure y'all subscribe, hit the bell. That way you
Hmm.
get all the notifications for all my videos. Make sure y'all comment. We'd like to hear your thoughts on this for all you guys who are watching this later. Check me out on Instagram, Facebook. The links in
I
the
love
description.
to see them comments.
Yeah. Check me
I
out.
love to see them comments. Probably need to give you a bowl of popcorn when I'm trying to read these
It's gonna
comments.
be fun. So it's definitely will be fun. Check me out on Amazon as well, and throw a couple coins in the well of wisdom. We in the super chat also. Y'all can hit that before we close out here. The links is in the description for the well. I appreciate all you guys tuning in this late. And remember, anything lost can be found again except for time wasted. Shout out to everyone. Peace and blessings from the Almighty. And we will see you guys on the next one. So,
Au
oh,
revoir, mes
and
chéris.
yeah. that friendship, whatever she said. You know what I'm saying? Au
Au
revoir.
revoir, mes chéris.
So I'll check y'all later. You got anything else you want to say, Miss Marie-Térese?
No, but other than thank you for having me. This was amazing. I actually enjoyed doing this and giving my opinion. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading the comments. I can
Right,
just imagine what people have to say.
right, right.
But yeah, thank you for having me. I actually enjoyed being here. So
No problem.
yeah.
Thanks again. All right, peace.
Saha, a biento.